Hi everyone, my name is Maria Carmen. Here I am with one more proposal for Catalyst Fund 11. Catalyst is the treasure for Caderno, is an innovation treasure where projects can get funded. Today's Walker here present another proposal for Lovelace Academy.
Hello, Maria. Hello, everyone. Yes, I'm here to present you Lovelace Academy Learn platform, which is a new product from Lovelace Academy. Uh, we're gonna reuse the material that we had produced so far, Puts Experience number one, and revisit Experience, which is Puts Experience 2.0. We're gonna use this material to bring content to this new platform that we're going to develop. And we're going to have a system in place to incentivize developers to learn, to go through the content and achieve the goals on the course program. Um, and we're gonna use some incentives to bring this idea of uh, evolving the learning through the platform. So let me present you, share my screen here. So this is Lovelace Academy Learn platform. It's important to differentiate between the previous proposal. We have a concurrent parallel proposal, which is not be mentioned here, which is Pluto's Experience 2.0. In this one here, we're proposing a platform where we can publish this material in a way that the developer can track the progress and see how the community's progress together, share with the community of developers. We want to build a community around our course, our outputs experience, and our other course that we can bring in the future. And also, we want to incentivize the community with rewards so they can produce this new material by themselves. So we can evolve this platform not only for Lovelace Academy, but by the community itself. Okay, everything here is going to be open source, uh, and the developer can use that as they need. Okay, the learning platform, the goal of the learning platform is the same as Pluto's Experience. We want to guide developers in developing real-world decentralized applications on Cardano. And this platform is going to be like umbrella of course that Lovelace Academy is building. Okay, we have a track of deliverables on Catalyst before. You can check here on Catalyst our links for the previous proposals, our history here. But I'm not going in very deep on that. I want to explain this idea more uh, more detail here. So the first milestone we have in this learning platform is we want to be able to uh, automatically generate content, HTML modules from the Pluto's Experience. So we have Pluto's Experience here already. This is already published both on YouTube and on our GitHub. We have a parallel proposal which is going to revisit this material and try to improve this material. But our proposal does not depend on that. Okay, we can go with what we have right now if we need to. But if the proposal is, of course, approved, it's going to be a better material. But basically, the idea is to get the current material that we have on our GitHub and automatically produce a web page where the user can track can get the material and also track the progress through this material. Okay, so basically the activities on this milestone one is going to be we want to learn that we have a website actually right now, which is not being well maintained. It's there, but it needs to be upgraded. So we're gonna move from this platform we have already to a new platform we're building with this new mindset of building this platform. Okay, so we're gonna upgrade this learning platform we have already. We're gonna implement Markdown syntax parse. So basically, gonna allow us to use Markdown because the course is already using that. The Plus Experience uses Markdown syntax. Basically, is a way to format text on GitHub. We will implement HTML generation for this material. Okay, basically to allow us to publish this as a web page. On the second milestone, we're gonna build a content contributing tool, and it's gonna allow the developers to submit pull requests to Lovelace Academy to contribute with new material, or maybe with fixing the previous material, or even translating things, or for other things that we want to incentivize the contribution. So this is going to happen through pull requests. This is basically the workflow for developers aware. So developers is pretty familiar with that, on opening pull requests and getting reviews and other stuff like that. So we're going to use GitHub, and going to integrate GitHub on Lovelace Learning platform, and to be able to do all that. Beyond that, on the second milestone, we want the community to be able to see the activity on the Learn platform. So someone has published a new material, maybe someone have a new module approved, for example. So everything that happens on the Learn platform, we want to have a central place where this can be tracked, so the developers know what is happening in the community. So this is something like a feed that the developer can see what is happening on the platform. So this is going to integrate the pull request that I have mentioned before. So the user can see, hey, my pull request has been approved, my colleague pull request has been approved, or something like that. So we're gonna implement this, all that, and we're gonna have this our MVP. So this is our minimal product that we want to have. Okay, but we have more. So we are going beyond that, because we have confidence that we have a really good product, a really good material that we want to bring to the community. We have already more confidence that this can be really built. So we want to go further beyond just an MVP. So in the third milestone, we want to have a tool that allow us to localize the platform. So each developer that is contributing can also contribute beyond the native speaker language. They can also contribute with other languages. Or if they are like non-native speaker, they can also contribute with the native spoken language. So we want to build this localization tool that the developer itself can contribute with the material, and also fix problems and issues, and review material and stuff like that. Then we're going to have a new milestone, and this new milestone is to implement the progress tracking tool. So as you know, we have this feed, but this feed is going to be up so far has been used with pull requests and new material and stuff like that. But with personal progress tracking tool, we can have even more if you want to. Like I can see, hey, how my friends are progressing. They have achieved the first module. They are beyond that. So I can see where I am, like compare with the community, for example, or my friends. I can also follow my own progress, so I can see I'm progressing very fast, but slow, and I can have this kind of feedback from the platform itself. So basically, the developer is going to have a profile, web page that records his own progress through each module. Okay, and to be able to finish a module, like Flux Experience had 12 modules, right? So to be able to finish a module, we want to have this kind of feeling, hey, I have accomplished something, I'm not just consuming here, I'm also interacting and playing with that. So to be able to finish a module, the developer must prove that the tasks that guarantee that this the content has been consumed and the developer has learned. So there's a few tasks that are going to be programmatically being built, So the developer must prove that the test has a run, and it also has passed. So it's a way that I have learned before in the past. Basically, I started that by doing that in Cardano actually. Uh, so I have this really, it's really nice to have this experience because this kind of incentivize the developer to keep pursuing the goal. You know, you have this, hey, I'm fixing tests, so I'm actually have some progress being tracked somewhere. So this is really nice, and it's a way to incentivize developers. Um, and finally, we want also to have the programs in place, and this incentivized program in place. So we want to have a collaboration program. So by finish a program like a course, for example, Plus Experience, right? We have 12 modules there. As soon as the developer finish that, like consuming the material and proving that by other tools that we have produced before, by proving that they have achieved that, they're gonna be able to reclaim an NFT badge, and this is gonna be uh, in their profile. So they're gonna have like this badge where, hey, I have accomplished that. And by having also pull request approved on contribution, for example, I have contributed to a new module, or I have fixed a issue on a module, we will be able to reward the developer with academy coins. So that some so by having a pull request approved, the developer receives academy coins. And the idea to have these academy coins, which is going to be a Cardano token, is to have this reward on the developers that contribute to the project. You know, and so we want to have this mechanism in place so the developers can contribute and more. So by having this pull request approved, we're gonna define the details. We're not clear. It's still not clear how much gonna be and uh, what is the requisite to receive this token, but we're gonna define that. But basically, that's the idea. By having a contribution that, hey, is in production, it's already there. We want to reward the developer that has made this contribution. This Academy coin is going to be a native token. Like I said, it has not meant to have any financial value, any economical value. It's more like a meme coin that's going to be inflationary. Okay, so we want to use that. We want to emit new Academy coins as we develop new products and we go on. And we're going to have a store where the user can spend these Academy coins. But like I said, it's not meant to be traded, so don't expect this to being more valued along the time. Okay, the idea is to be inflationary, so we're gonna have like a finite amount of academy coins. It's gonna be like we're gonna mint every time that we need something new in the platform as we evolve the platform. Okay, so this is just a game mechanic. Okay, on the platform itself. Um, so the activities we're gonna do here is basically we need to implement this reward program, and we need to implement a collaboration program with these academic coins. Okay, and finally we have the final milestone, and this final milestone is now where we connect the piece together. Okay, so up so far we're gonna use as incentive funds from the catalyst itself. So for example, each time that we need to mint an NFT, each time we need to mint academy coins, the transaction cost, everything is going to surround around funds of Lovelace Academy. Okay, we're going to reserve a part of that for doing that for the first months. Okay, but the idea on this final milestone is now to have the other piece of which is missing now, which is the sponsorship program. So basically, the sponsorship we have through GitHub sponsors, initially, at least, okay? So we're gonna have a program which is gonna a kind of mineral program like we have here in Catalyst itself. But the idea is to use GitHub sponsor, which is very known on the developers community as a way to sponsorship projects. And in the future, we want to have some tool that's gonna improve that on the Catalyst, on the Lovelace Academy itself. Okay, so we implement that in the future. So it's important to say that for the final milestone, the sponsorship program will be in place, but not necessarily as a tool in Lovelace Academy. Okay, we're probably going to reuse something that is already there, like GitHub sponsorship, GitHub sponsors, for example. But this is also subject to change. Okay, but basically, the final milestone is to have this program in place, even if it's like manual, if someone needs to be good to be there, manage the things, okay? But eventually, in the evolution of in new proposals, we will try to bring a final version of that, okay? Because now it's not so clear how we're gonna do that in detail, so we're gonna see that as we go, okay? So that's it. I don't have. I believe that I don't have any other thing that I want to mention about learning platform. So thank you, Maria. Thank you, community. I expect this to be useful for the community. I myself, as a developer, I see the lack of incentives to keep learning is a one thing, is important thing, for a lot of developers. So I see that going to contribute a lot in that sense. So
As we go along, we know the catalysts keep moving, keep changing, so does all the proposal. So maybe any of these items along the time we could be changing to fit the needs for the community. I just want to tell people about it. Like, it's not writing stones. If we see that we need to take a turn, we will take a turn, because as our proposal, catalyst is an experiment, and sometimes the things we thought by the time we are writing the proposal changes because the market change, the conditions change.
yeah, sure. I'm aware of that, and also I agree that we should be open to change this roadmap as needed, and even pivot to something kind of in the same goal but different, But I expect to this in at least as the end goal is pretty solid, that we need to have a platform on where the developers need to have a tracking tool that they can see where they are, compare with the community. They should have a way of knowing what's the next step. Okay, so I finished Pluto experience. What now? What is the next step? And it's really important to have such platform. And I believe this is one thing that would be really valuable to the community.
Walker, thank you very much for your time to show up. Thank you very much for your partnership, to work so hard to help me to deliver Lovelace Academy and community. I hope you can vote for our proposal and other proposals that you think is the right moment. And thank you very much. Bye bye, Walker.
Bye.